Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Star series, which is all about this Lego room and of course my life. Now today is all about getting the Disney castle placed, which is easier said than done because obviously this thing is very tall and this roof slopes at quite a steep angle. So what we're going to be doing over the next few uploads is actually getting a template put together of just the bits and pieces that we haven't yet done before all the base plates and the tiles and things go down. So where the Disney castle used to live, which is this huge thing just here, it was actually up where the AT-AT is, and this has all been repainted over the last sort of couple of weeks, and then now we've got a different display going on each one. So we've just got something in rough, and I have started to put this in properly with regards to all of the tiles and different things like that. Down at the bottom with regards to Ninjago, that's now all ready for its own full thing to go in as well, so you can see all of those. All the modulars have been put in. This is just literally waiting now to be ripped out to be put back in again with all the base plates, which just leaves a handful of areas, which is this area that needs a bit of TLC because it's just a dumping zone. In the last upload, it was getting the Marvel Street / Marvel Corner, I don't know what to call it, Marvel Street / Corner together to make sure we've got the space. So this area got sorted out, which then leaves another table for there. And we've got basically table 3 over here, which we have to play with. So there's not that many places that this can go, and it could be a disaster very quickly if I knock the top off because it's all going to fall down. So fingers crossed that is not the case and we can get it placed nice and simply. So with that being said, let's get to it. Okay, so because we are very limited to where this can go, I think I'm going to have to just basically trial and error. Ideally, I want it to go behind the Daily Bugle. I think that would look best because it would just be facing the Ninjago. So what I don't want to do is block the Ninjago off with something absolutely massive at the end of that table. So we'll have something really tall here, and then it'll get smaller as it goes around on that bit. And there are some Disney sets within this, which will then mean we can pull the haunted house out, and that can go over there somewhere, potentially with the Jurassic Park gates, so that'll all be its own separate thing. And then it would free up this table, which then brings us back to all the greenery with the nice flowers, and then I think we can get Rivendell behind it, because of course Universal Studios at the new theme park is now opening up a Lord of the Rings land, aren't they? So it's gone from not meaning anything to me, that Rivendell set, because it didn't work within a theme park setting, to more than likely that is going to be a very key thing. But the videos will be released soon. The park actually opens up in a few months, so I'm quite intrigued to see what that looks like. Now, these have only just been placed here. In fact, I did this a few hours ago, and I do like the looks of it. And the plan is here is to have the new X-Men mansion, and then obviously we've got the Ghostbuster firehouse, and then we're going to make its own diorama up. Like I said, everything's going to have to get ripped off the table to put all the base plates down, to then actually tile all the bits and pieces, because obviously something like this, well, it's just a really awkward shape. So if I can just get this placed in, and we're just going to have to basically swap the units over. This is going to have to get pushed forward. Some of those units are going to have to go in front of the loop coaster, and we're just going to have to basically hope for the best that it will fit. I could get the tape measure out, we could try and measure all that kind of thing, but I just don't think, I just hope it'll go. It's going to be so tight, because if we just move this over and we pushed it as far back as it will go until it hit the ceiling, so it's surprising actually how far that can go over. Now, with regards to what we have of the table, it might go with a bit of an overhang. Might, he says. The table is non-existent behind the Avengers Tower. It's a couple of studs in to here. So it's, I reckon that bit will be overhanging and it will go on. Now there potentially might be something I'll be able to do about that. It should go with the ceiling height. There's just a lot to move. So what I am going to have to do, which I think which is the best thing to move first. There's got a lot of breakables on this one. Lot of breakables. Right, I will just clear this half the space of this table here. So it's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Get them gone. And we'll shove them right in front of this loop coaster, I think. And that'll be the best way. That'll be the best way to start. And then I think everything that's coming over in front of the loop coaster will then actually end up going on the other table. And I think the Jurassic Park gates in a separate upload might be coming back over here, because if we can just get the Jurassic Park gates placed, then I think we are going to be good to go with everything. So I haven't got a clue where to place you. There. We'll just hope for the best. So the tree, what we got? We've got little things like this little swing, and then we've got Snow White. We could have a Disney type section. Yeah. Because I think we could get away with having some bits and pieces. So this, for example, won't work with the Lord of the Rings bit, but we might be able to get away with other bits and pieces. So that's going to be a rather interesting upload. But this tree is so big, I haven't actually given myself enough room to put it down. Oh dear. So this tree is deceivingly massive, and I mean massive. So if you are thinking of backtracking it, it takes up so much space. So much space, right? All of those minifigures are to be sorted anyway, so that is fine. We've got a sorting pile down over there. Good thing is we're running out of things to sort out, which is fantastic. Right, you can shimmy. No, you can't. Will you just clear this castle, please? Yes. Right, I don't know what that was. That sounded painful, but that is there. So we'll see. We'll see what space we've got. So we will go side on again, so you can see the stuff that's coming out. So yeah, Lord of the Rings is now going to have a bit more of a prominent display, I think. I am almost sure that is a thing. Let me just double check, because I was almost thinking of selling it at one point. Lord of the Rings, Universal. They plan to open a whole land. Does Universal on the right? This was back in 20. Oh, it's a final major expansion, so it's not going to be in the original thing, but it's got that in it, going by one of the photos. So yeah, that'd be amazing. So they're opening up a 4th park over there, if you didn't realise, and they've got lots of different IP. So Universal Monsters is going to be a thing, lots of other little bits and pieces like that. So that keeps everything nice and exciting. So I'm looking at that, going that the space that I've just created, thinking it's going to be nice and easy, there's nowhere near enough depth. Oh, I thought that would just been a nice, quick, simple thing to do. Nope. So yeah, the Lord of the Rings over there with the trees. to be honest, I don't know. Could we get Lord of the Rings across the back of that table in front of Ninjago? It's not that tall. And it's just its own. It's just its own thing. Maybe. We'll see. We will see. So this haunted house will also need a new home. It's a nice set, that. Very, very nice set. Okay. Right, we're making good progress now. Alright, so all I am doing is making the space here. So again, once the He-Man castle has a permanent home, all of those minifigures can actually get opened up. That thing's been built forever. I've not actually taken everything out. Right, will the Disney castle for ceiling height fit where you are? Let's get you in a prime location there and hope for the best. So I guess it would fit the front of this table, and then you're going to see absolutely nothing behind it. So let's see if I can grab this and replace this for the first, well, it's the first time I actually have a home since we've been painting the walls, because it takes ages to do everything, as you can fully well imagine. Just do not want the base to drop out on me, that's all. Alright, down we go. Right. That has not gone well. It is miles off. I think it's sturdy enough, but it's huge. Does it look like from the back? Second attempt, that is what it looks like from the back. So you can see the firework actually through the top of the marble thing. You had a bit of a display on there. I think that looks quite nice. It's just, if I can just get something underneath this bit to support it in this corner, which I think I can do. I mean, it's not going to fall off. It's not going to do anything, so it's okay. We have got quite a bit of walkway round the side, so it's definitely something we could do there. So we could try and get the Winnie the Pooh in, get that over, maybe. I just don't know if those two are going to make the final cut into the display, to be honest. I'm not too sure. Right, that firework on the side is annoying me ever so slightly. I think that one has to go down like that, and the other one goes up. It's just very dark in this corner, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it because we're casting a shadow with the towers. But I mean, that's where the castle was. That's how much space it takes up. This will obviously get rehomed. That'll get rehomed in a separate video. Yeah, I think the gates would look quite nice. I think they look better over there. I think. That is going to be odd. Would that look better facing forward? And then we had a little walkway behind it. Or is it going to take up too much space? I think it's going to take up too much space. It's huge. Yeah. If that starts to swing round, that is never going to work. So you can still see. You can still see the eyeball. It's still hidden. So that's what I wanted to see. We've got a little battle going on just behind. So we've got pictures like an alleyway going. Obviously, if it was pushed the other way, facing this way from the Ninjago wall backwards, we'll be able to push it basically all the way through to the table because of how the castle is. I think I'll go over a little bit more, but don't really want to do that. If it doesn't go there, it's got to go over there. And we know it's not going to go all the way back on the table, and it's going to take up a huge amount of space. There's got to be the better place for it. It's just pinned behind the stuff that's... Yeah, I think... That's why I'm not putting the base plate down. It's one of those that will either grow on me or we'll move it before I commit to the tile. Star Wars is done. That's done. Winter Village stuff's done. Marvel, we're about 80% done. Ninjago, we're there. All I've got to do is move the block of cheese, get those out straight, and then when the others are built, then obviously we can just make a nice big display from that. But let's focus on the space that we've got here, as it is at the moment. And then we can see what we can do, because that went to there. That is going to cause a bit of a bother, because I do not want all of that at the back as wasted space. No, that's not going to work either. No, nothing. Booger. Right. What does this look like? I want that to happen. No. It's there. It's going to be one of those that's going to need to be lit up, I think. Actually, hang on, because it'll be, you'd see it from the road. You wouldn't see it here because that's where it's already taken up from. But if this came back, to start of the next land, do we have it angled, or do we have it spun? Because that is how you would go from land to land. Oh, yeah, okay. Because you, like I said, you'd see that from there. It's not too much. You just know it's there, and it's going to take you into the next bit. And again, when that's on its own base plate and things. Whoops, that should be okay. And I've just dropped something down the loft ladders, and I think it's the roof of the Rivendell. Not really ideal. Does the end of that need to be Marvel related, or does it start the next action? Because the next thing to go in would be the Winnie the Pooh beside it, and that's like our Disney bit. They are owned by the same company, so we might be able to get away with, he says, be able to get away with that. I want to see what else is broken. I'm going to bring it up and show you, which is fantastic. We'll get the Winnie the Pooh set over, which is just down there, and then we'll see what space we've got. Not exactly ideal, so there's a handful, there's another handful, and there's another handful, and that's just the bits I can find. And I'm assuming it's part of the Rivendell. I think it's top of this, I would say. So how I've just caught that in my jacket pocket and knocked it over, well, it is what it is. Right. Yeah. I have a Disney corner with its own colour. And then we'll see it's just what's going to go in front of the Ninjago. That's the thing that I am concerned about. That works for me, that path, because again it's all going to be on base plates, and the studs that are on show is going to be a footpath, and this potentially is going to go red. We might do a red strip and just have some vehicles on here and a load of minifigures walking around, so it gives it part of obviously like a Marvel-esque type thing. As it stands from here onwards is all space. I will get some construction workers out and do dioramas on that where we're leaving space for, especially with the Star Wars stuff, because there's so many big things to build with that. All the stuff that's on the floor is obviously basically taken care of with displays that's going to be happening underneath. That will need a bit of a repaint. The reason why I was looking underneath is I thought that is where the set was, and it is. So we'll put you there, and then got the Winnie the Pooh just there, and we've created a walkway round the side of the castle. So where it's, again, where it's white, it will all be done, and that works for me. Second half of the table can be something else. What? That's going to need to be a thing. I didn't think it would be that quick, to be honest. So that now goes back up on there because that couldn't fit up there before. I need to get the instruction booklet out of this and just get that. That can wait. That can wait. What do we put at the end? Those gates are stunning. But do I have the gates right at the end of that table, them wide open, so we can see everything? Because it's just wide, it's just the width of the table. And then they come off. If we're saying Rivendell is going to go over here with this thing in front, we've actually got a lot more space than what we had, because obviously all the modulars. Yeah, the bait shop, the A-frame cabin, the treehouse is going to go in a different display underneath the table. So that's all going to happen when the underground Star Wars stuff goes away. But I think these trees, so the A-frame cabin trees, those trees up at the top, could work quite well with the Rivendell. I think we're going to have to try and get the gates over there and see what it looks like. I am thinking now. Because it's going to be the city in the corner. Alright, that's how we'll finish the video. We will put the actual city into the corner and see what is blocked off by the gates. If there's too much blocked off by the gates won't work there, and then we'll have to come up with a different solution. So let's put you back on the cheese. And you go there. And we will have a bit of a mess around with all of this. So that is a very awkward shape. Right, I'm gonna have to do something a little bit silly now, which I do not want to do. So I've just repaired 90% of these. The last thing we're doing is repairing the roof on, oh, he says, repairing the roof on this. Alright, that is out the way. That bit is also out of the way. Oh, it's so much more easier when you've got more space. Right, let's get this in its starting position, which is actually the way it's facing currently. So that works. Now the plan for the display on this was to bring this all the way to the front. So it's going to be like that. Because the next one went beside it and so on and so forth. Let's just place you down there. I can already see the issue with doing this. So I am calling it now that I don't think it's going to work. It needs something, it's going to need something much smaller. I think it is. Right, I'm just going to grab the gates. And of course at the back of the table that I need. No, it's just not gonna. I don't even think there's much point in moving it, to be honest. But well, you're gonna be looking at that for ages. It's gonna take a while for me to grab these, so you can go there. If this doesn't work, I will just put these back and then figure it out on a separate. Look, I can't reach. There we go. Oh, I thought that was there. So these were worth moving anyway because I need the Ninjago. Oh, now the only thing that I could do is angle it. Ooh. Ooh, he says, hang on, you're filthy. Let's put it normal. So that is 100% no. Like, a definite no. But that works. have that like that as an angle, but how much space have we lost behind the table? So it just means we could have potentially something just beside it that is nowhere near as tall, and then that will start the next thing. For the sake of that, the gates go to nowhere. Is that kind of stupid? If I had the gates open, we could put a little something there. The dinosaur might actually fit behind it. Don't know if the dinosaur will fit there. But the thing that has intrigued me the most is I thought it was behind here, is this. This thing here is the missing bit from the boat. So it's that piece from the other side. So we're now going to do a Ninjago repair on the boat. Because it is that bit just there, and he goes in like that. Ah, there we go. I know where the other missing bit is, so there's another bit that goes on just there, and then we are good. But for now, that is safe and sound, and it is not falling off. So the plan, in case you haven't seen the huge Ninjago one, oh, that looks so nice there, is I want to be able to see all the fascia of every single Ninjago set. And I'm going to make a diorama up on that side. It is a bit of a shame that we can't see the other side. I think the other side looks a little bit better, but you can't see the comic bit where you can on this one. And obviously all of these minifigures and things are going to get added. So really it's got to be something very, very small in front of that. So then I look at that straight away. But I think even that might... Don't want anything in front of it. So I might just have that as open, like an open space. So there'll be something where the He-Man is, something where the Rivendell is, and it will basically stop there in that corner. I don't know if the Jurassic Park works there. What else have we got that's left? Not much. Could just empty the table off completely, and then that might be our expansion area, because if there's nothing there, then that should be okay, because the Jurassic Park, I think we could get working over here. It is tall, but we could have it at the back. Right, that is going to be a different problem for a different upload. I wanted to keep this one super short and super sweet, and we have managed to get those two in as a corner. They're hidden, but you can see, well, they're not hidden because you'll be able to see the front from that side with the path. It's basically going to be a hidden path. I'm going to do all the tiling and you're not going to see anything, but you can see it. You can see that bit from there. X-Men Mansion, that bit's the next thing that goes in, and the boat goes behind it. I think that's going to be the best way. I'm very, very, very much looking forward to getting the Ninjago in properly. I think it's going to look very, very clean, I think. But let me put it all back. Yeah, I'll put the Ninjago back because I do not want to damage that, so I have to put it back how it was, and it's all going to get pulled out for the big special Ninjago upload when they're all actually going to get placed properly for the first time. And then I think I'll come up with I just won't have anything on this table. We'll just say this table's full, and this could be our future expansion table, because we should have enough services left. And then the stuff that's going underneath I can actually stack in front of each other, can't I? So the A-frame cabin, the bait shop and the treehouse could just go on here back to back, which would free up that table. And then we can start with the Rivendell display in a future upload. So let me just get the Ninjago stuff moved and out of the way, and then we should, he says, be good to go. Just weary of breaking anything. And I need to find one of the missing clips on this boat as well. So it's the only thing that is, well, there's 2 pieces missing now, and then we are there. So that for now is going to live like that, and then the next one, because it's a base plate and a half, can just go in front of it, and then we are good. The crane, put the crane back on. So yeah, this is the one that still needs a bit of TLC. I need some order, some parts for this one, which is, I just can't find them. Yeah, I just can't find them. That bit goes just in like so. So what I am honestly, I think I'm more excited about the Ninjago display than anything else. I think that's going to set everything off really, really nicely, because when I move the Rivendell over, that stuff will go on that table. I'll move that box at the same time. And then yeah, we'll see where we're at. But I think that is a nice short and sweet upload. It probably isn't, it's probably waffled on and taken forever, but I'm glad we've done what we've done with the Disney corner, because that now, like I said, gives me quite a few different options. So I will plan out and space. It's just that table, this table, and then it's all ready for tiles and base plates. The tiles are here, the base plates are here, they're all down there ready to rock and roll just in that corner. So there's plenty of bits that we can get on with and do, which makes a change. So guys, that is it, and I am done. So let me know in the comment section below if you can see this working with the colours. Also, what colour should I do the Disney path? Because I can't do everything in green, because we were going to go, as you can see, we started off going yellow with yellow, orange with orange. We're going to go blue for either this table or the shadow box, and I think the blue might look better in front of the Batman stuff because it's jet black. I don't know what colour tiles to put down for base plates to put down for Batman. I think I'm going to go black, and then have the really nice blue with the grey as a path on it. So I've got these base plates here for that. Obviously the non-official Lego ones, because, well, you need to remortgage everything to be able to afford that, so I'm not that silly. So that should work nicely with the other packs that we've got. So yeah, I think we're on the final home stretch with just getting everything placed, and then we can crack on. So again, one more time, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and catch you next one.